Hi. Hello. I'm Kate, which you hopefully know, and welcome to my Facebook Live. I'm really excited because this is my first time doing a Facebook Live. I've done an Instagram Live before, but this is the first time I've come into a studio and actually set up a whole situation to talk to you. And I have to say, Facebook has done a really nice job of creating a very comfortable space for me to... I was about to name my mouth. That was lunch. And yeah, here I am. I can't wait to talk to you and answer your questions and talk about my book. Pretty fun. This is what's coming out tomorrow. And I'm really excited. It's my second book. The first one was Pretty Happy, and that was all about wellness and you know, a healthy way to love your body. As I said, taking a whole approach, not just food and working out, but mindfulness as well. And then I decided that it was time to talk about parties, because as much as, and I do love a big party and a big bash and everything, but for me, this was really about one of the things that to round out, to keep rounding out sort of my philosophy on maintaining what is pretty happy, is looking at everything. And one of the things that's really important to me is the people in my life and the connections that I have and the connections that I nurture. And our family traditions, and those things make me feel safe and cozy and less anxious at times when I get anxious. And so I felt like it was appropriate to do a pretty fun book about having a good time, but then kind of touching on the importance of creating traditions and what they mean to your own well-being and to your children's, creating that kind of tribe and community. So that's the gist of this, and then what else? Do we start answering questions?
Yeah, we're gonna put a minute up on the clock, so grab the iPhone.
Oh, we're gonna put a minute up on the clock. I'm gonna put this right here so you can see it. Oh, hi! I can see things happening in a monitor. Hello from Australia. Hello, Australia.
All right,
okay.
The timer starts. You got 1 minute to answer as many.
Okay, I have 1 minute to answer as many questions as possible.
And the time
that I don't know.
Starts now.
Okay. What's your full name? Kate Gary Hudson. Yes, Gary. Yes, my mother named me Gary. After my Uncle Gary, who was her favorite uncle, and she just thought that, you know, why not give her daughter a man's middle name, which is fine. I can handle it. It's 2 R's, not 1.
40 seconds left.
40 seconds left to talk about my full name.
No, to answer as many as you can.
Oh, it's always I thought, okay. What's your nickname? Birdie.
Yeah.
Describe your fashion game in one word. Boho-ish. If you could time travel, would you go forward or backwards? Backwards. 20s or 70s. Childhood crush. I had so many. Kiefer Sutherland was one. Corey Haim was one. Fred Savage was one. Call or text? Call. Favorite place to shop? Elise Walker in the Palisades. 80s or 90s? 90s. Hip-hop. 90s hip-hop. Desert Island album. I'd have to say the White Album. Am I over a minute? What movie do you wish you had been in? What movie do you... I'd need like 7 minutes for this. What movies that I wish I'd been in. But one of them would have been... I would have loved to have done like one of my mom's movies, like Shampoo. Pet peeve. Don't have many pet peeves. First job. Should I keep going now?
Yes, keep going. Tell us.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is so fun. First job was I worked in a store. I sold jeans. Favorite album. We kind of just did this, the White Album, but it's not really my... You know what my favorite album is? My favorite album... Should we just do this the whole time? I'm not going to answer your question. Favorite album is... One of my favorite albums is Low End Theory, Tribe called Quest. I got very serious there for a second. Also, Tattoo You, Rolling Stones, and Exile on Main Street, Rolling Stones, and the White Album, I guess. And then there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, that's too many. Spice Your Mouth, Spicy. Early bird or night owl? Early bird and a night owl, but really more of an early bird. Ketchup or mustard? Both. Cats or dogs? Dogs. Can I stop doing this now?
Yeah.
What's your comfort food? French fries. Okay. Oh, wait, do I keep this?
No, we got to do another one.
Oh, now I do another. Okay. Hi, Catherine. Okay, so do I just answer? Catherine Kerr, my favorite actress.
Just go up or down.
Well, I'm biased because I have to say my mother. I mean, my mother is my favorite actress on the planet because I'm so in love with my mom.
Good answer.
Wanda Stewart, why the hair change? Good question. I get this a lot on my Instagram. People don't know why I cut my hair. I made a movie with the incredible singer-songwriter Sia, and it called for me having to shave my head. So that's what you do as an actress. You say, yes, I will. I will shave my head, especially for Sia, who's just incredible. Laura Stevenson, or how does this work? Is it first name first or last? Same thing as Instagram. Hi, Australia. Have you been to Texas? I've been to Texas many times, Virginia, Lipsy, for many different reasons. I've shot a movie in Texas. I did a movie called Dr. T and the Women in Dallas. I've been to Austin many times. I love Austin. And I've been to Houston. My mom directed a movie in Houston. Your favorite wig? I have a couple, actually. I have a couple wigs now. And now I'm starting to find I have like some short wigs and things. But I like the low maintenance of this. So putting on the wig seemed to not be what I'm doing much of. But my favorite wig, is that what that's what she means, right? Mm-hmm. My favorite wig.
She's being wiggy.
My favorite wig is, and I started naming them. I have one that I named the Aniston. And, I mean, it's kind of my favorite wig, I have to say. Nicely, softly layered. Tattoo You. I've got another Tattoo You buddy on there, Barbie. Tattoos. Virginia with another question. Yes. I have a little eensy teensy star on my foot. And I gotta be honest, I was supposed to do a lot more of that tattoo because I actually love tattoos. And it hurt so bad that I just stopped at one star. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pass on the tattoo. Although I wouldn't, maybe if I went back and got another tattoo, it wouldn't hurt as much. Is your mom going to do a Howard Stern interview? Oh,
great question.
That would be so awesome. I love Howard so much. Love doing his show. Love what he's into because he's just, you can tell he loves psychology, you know, and my mom would be so awesome on that show. I'd love to watch that. Listen, watch it, you know. So, but I don't know. Besides your mom, who's your favorite actress? Besides my mom, my favorite actress would be, I like them all, but I mean, I don't like them all. That's a weird thing to say. You know, when I was little, the ones that were really inspiring to me were like Deborah Winger. I loved Deborah Winger when I was younger, and I would say Cate Blanchett's one of my favorite actresses. I always want to see what she's doing. Hi, Kate. It's your assistant, Madeline. I love you too, Madeline. That's so funny. Boston wants to know your favorite sports team. Boston is in my brother, or Boston is in the city? My brother's name is Boston Russell. Well, if you're from Boston, I can't tell you who my favorite sports team is because it's not a Boston sports team. Kate, I sent you a message. Sorry, I haven't got back to you. Don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Okay. will you make a movie with both parents? I don't know. I've made a movie with my dad, with Kurt, and then I don't know. I mean, if the right thing came along for me and Mom, then I would definitely want to do it. But I feel like I want to do bigger things with my mom, you know? I mean, I know that sounds weird, maybe from the outside, but I kind of, you know, we have this foundation called Mind Up that she's really passionate about, and it's incredible foundation, and I'm involved with that with her a lot, and that's the kind of stuff that I really love to do with my mommy. Favorite thing to do with your kids? Well, it's not what I want to do. My favorite thing at this point is now basically doing everything they want to do, because it's like motocross, BMX, although I'm getting into dirt biking with them, which is really fun. It's a little anxiety ridden as a parent, but I trust that they'll be safe, and it's a really fun thing to do as a family. What?
Someone asked favorite 90s rapper.
Favorite 90s rapper? Well, I'm a huge Tribe fan, and De La, and Nas. I could keep going on that. Biggie. Are
you doing a book tour?
Am I doing a book tour? Yes, I am. I'm doing a book tour. And it's kind of scattered a little bit, but we've right now only have, just because it's around the holidays, so it's hard to get out to all of the places, but we're spreading it out a little bit. I did some places. I did New Jersey. I'm going to end up in it. I'm going to do Atlanta. I'm going to Atlanta and to Dallas. And then tonight, I'm doing one tonight in Los Angeles, which I'm excited about. Can you give some more love to the Broncos? We need it tonight. That's right, Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss it because I'm going to be doing a talk, but maybe I'll get like an earwig and have someone have the game on while I'm doing like an on-stage talk so I can actually hear what's going on. Ever been scuba diving? Yes. As a matter of fact, I am a certified scuba diver. And on the film Fool's Gold, that's what got me into scuba diving. So I was terrified of it. But I got so good at scuba diving by the end of that movie, because we had to do so many crazy things in the water, and I had to take my mask off all the time and change, go on different people's regulators, and I had to hold my breath for like 45 seconds, which was hard. That was actually hard for me. But yes, I love scuba diving. Who's your favorite rock star and why? Pass. Thank you, Melissa Wyman. That's very sweet. My hairstylist just wrote me that he's next door if I need my hair touched up. What does that mean? Favorite movie you were in? Every movie I've done is always a completely different experience, and so I'd say the overall experience, Almost Famous, was obviously an incredible experience, because from the work and doing the work to the product, and then the critical success of the film, and then obviously going on the whole award season gamut and going and doing all of that, it was just incredible, and it really launched my career. So that was a really big time. But really one of the best times I had on a movie was Skeleton Key, because we were in New Orleans and we had so much fun, and we worked hard and played hard, and so that was one of my and Fool's Gold was really fun too, because we were in Australia. Favorite Thanksgiving side dish: sweet potatoes with marshmallows. And I do this thing where I take an orange, I scoop the orange out, I do my sweet potatoes, I put a little fresh squeezed orange juice in them, and I do the brown sugar and all the spices, all the sort of pie spices, and then they're almost like twice baked potatoes, but in an orange with marshmallows.
Is that in your book?
That's not in my book. You know why? You know why it's not in my book? I do have another thing in my book. I'm going to open to it because this is what we should be talking about. But I have another thing in my book, which is I do a pie in my book because you can't put everything in there. I got to save some stuff. But my pies are really what I do.
You gonna tighten up on that?
Oh,
We're gonna zoom in on that.
Can you see?
Yes, we can.
see my pies? And those are my favorite plates right there. So this one is a pie that everyone loves. And it's basically taking everything and combining it to one. So it's apple, caramel, pecan, all in one pie. And this book is about a lot of other things, but I thought that was, the other one that I do is banana cream pie, but I didn't think that was very Thanksgiving-y, so I thought I'd put in a more Thanksgiving recipe. So that's Thanksgiving. And then my other favorite thing about Thanksgiving is I like decorating my table. This is the only time I really do a big sit down meal, because we're kind of like a kick your shoes off and not work too hard kind of family. So that's the night that I go all out. Why don't you do workout videos without the wine bottle? Well, because I've got a lot of things on my plate, and I don't think workout videos is on the top of that, but I will take that into consideration. What are you saying?
Two more questions.
Oh no, 2 more questions.
Or 3, how about that?
Okay. Okay, let's see. Best friend, I've got quite a few. One of them is next door. Her name's Sophie Lopez. And I would say Sarah Foster, Jen Meyer. Oh, who's your favorite foster sister? This person obviously knows their sense of humor. It switches, Sometimes it's Erin and sometimes it's Sarah. It's been, lately Erin's been taking the lead because she actually answers my texts. And I hope Sarah sees that. No, I love them both. I love them both so much. Okay. Love your book, Pretty Happy. Any tips and tricks on time management? You do so much. Thank you, Kristen. Oakland. Yes, I have tips and tricks on management. We don't have enough time to talk about all of those tips and tricks, but I will elaborate on what you're saying, which is that organization to me is the key to everything, and I'm the most unorganized person. So organization and structure has been something that I've had to work on, and I realize that when I'm more structured, that I'm just a little bit happier, meaning like I'm not as scattered. And I also think that one of the things I talk about in my new book out tomorrow, Pretty Fun, is that planning a party, planning anything is so much better, because once you've planned it and you've done it all, then you can actually enjoy it. Then it's almost like learning your lines, right? If I know my lines really well and then I go on set and I'm playing this character, then I can just throw them all away. I don't have to think about them. So it's the same thing, I think, with everything. Kids especially, it's like being on top of all that just makes for a less stressful morning. It is a recipe book, Kayla, but it's also got all kinds of like fun tidbits, like decorations and ideas, and talks about, it's not a party book as much as it is about even the small parties. I have these things called pop-up parties, last minute parties, and one of them I called Pop-Up Party for One. It's like basically throwing yourself a party, telling your kids they're not invited. Kids, you are not invited to my party, okay? This is a mommy party. You go to bed. Okay, one more question. Let's see. Oh, I feel bad. I can't. I like the 5 people at a dinner party, but that's always really hard for me to answer. Okay, one more. Sorry. I'm trying to find a question that... you guys are so nice. I'm reading all of these lovely comments, and I'm very flattered, so thank you so much. Say hi to Matt. Alyssa, I will say hi to Matt. As a matter of fact, I just talked to him 5 minutes ago. What's your most favorite food? Should we do that since... okay, let's do that. What's your most favorite food? And then I can show you on here. My most favorite food... What?
It's stomach pastrami.
Here's the... so my most favorite food... First of all, I love food. So I really try not to eat too many things that are sometimes my most favorite food because it's not as healthy for me. So I try to be really good, and I try to fall in love with the good stuff. But if I'm not worrying about healthy foods, honestly, my favorite food, if I could eat it for the rest of my life, is any kind of pasta. I love pasta. It's probably because I'm half Italian, which I just found out through my 23andMe, that I'm far more Italian than I thought I was. But so that makes sense that I like pasta. But pasta just... I had some pasta the other night with white truffles that literally... I mean, I can't even tell you what it did for my emotional well-being. And then I was like, I swear to God, there's no calories in this because it's that good. But yeah, pasta. And then my favorite healthy food is... no, my favorite healthy food would be... If I was to have to pick a vegetable, it would probably be zucchini or cauliflower. It's so boring. Isn't it so boring? But it's so necessary. We have to be healthy. Pretty fun. Available on Amazon? Yes. Is it available? Yes. It's available on Amazon. It's going to be available at Barnes & Noble's tomorrow and online. And I think I have a link in my bio. If I don't, I'll put it back on tomorrow. So that will link you to where you can purchase it online if you want. And I think we're done. I think we're done. Wait, don't forget about your favorite dessert. Okay. What's my favorite dessert? Okay, my favorite dessert is ice cream. Just flat out ice cream, any kind of ice cream. Bye-bye.